Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. As you know, I'm a big fan of handheld gaming consoles. I've owned the Rogue Ally, the Legion Go, and before that Steam Deck. So I was very excited when I learned about Indiegogo campaign for OneXPlayer X1 Ultra. I've not seen or heard this about that company, but looking at reviews, they have been producing some handhelds for a while. They're based out of China. So I really like the concept of the OnePlayer X1, which is more of a you can say Microsoft Surface in a gaming console. So it's like a three-in-one concept. So I was very intrigued by it. So I placed my contribution or order, whatever you call them. So I was lucky enough to get in the first batch of shipment. So this just arrived yesterday, was shipped overnight from Hong Kong. So I'm probably one of the first ones in US to receive this retail packaging. So there are a lot of videos online where people are reviewing this, but they're mostly prototype console that were sent out. So this is the first time you might be seeing a retail console unboxing. As I mentioned, I'm part of the first group that what these were sent out. So this was shipped almost overnight from Hong Kong, which is surprising. So starting with that, so I have ordered the whole 9 whole 9 year, I would say. So this is the keyboard that comes with it. I ordered that extra. The reason being that even though it might be a gaming console, but I think I will get more use out of it by having this keyboard, so it can be used as a normal tablet as well. As I currently do not have a Windows tablet, I do have a Samsung Ultra S9 Ultra tablet that I usually use. Really nice material, very lightweight as well. This is the case, as you can see, OnePlayer hard case. Very nice actually, not very bulky. So that's one of the concern I had, that if this player is I believe it's a 10-inch screen, so that might be a little bulky to carry around. But with this case, I think it'll be very nice just to throw it in the bag and keep it. What else is there? So this is the OnePlayer. Not sure what that is, because I know the console is down here. So let's open this up. It might be the extra controllers, or not the extra, but the controllers that connect to it, which would be interesting because I got an email that controllers are delayed. Yep, very nice. So these are the replacement. You can change out your direction buttons. Pretty lightweight. So they connect by these pogo pins on the sides. You have two additional buttons right here. Very lightweight. One bad thing about these is, unlike the Lenovo Go, these do not work by themselves, so you need a controller connector in between, which at least they provide, unlike Lenovo. So I have that one on order as well, so I might be mistaking that the connector is not shipped, but at least the controllers are, so I can still connect it directly to tablet and use them. Some paperwork. Yep, so this is what I was talking about in the middle, the handle assembly. So I think that's not shipped yet. Controls looks nice, the box is nice, and these actually connect to the side of the tablet as well. So now the main item. package. Nice X1 branding. It has, if you can see it, OneXPlayer on top of it. Really nice. Like almost seem like it's been etched in there on the box. So it's a gaming computer for hardcore gamers. OneXPlayer. And the version I got is the 7155H Ultra with 32 gigs of RAM and 2 TB of storage. You can see 32 gig of RAM and 2 TB of storage. So they also have 64 and 4 terabyte. It was just a little too expensive, and I don't think I will ever use the capability of that. So I went the mid-tier. On the side. So I also had a tempered screen protector. So initially they did not mention that they will have a screen protector already factory installed on it, so I had to order a separate one, and later on it was mentioned that it will have one installed in the factory. So that's the system. Let's go put it on the side. And let's just have heavy. Yeah, this must be the power charger. USB-C cable and the power brick. It's a chunky little thing. The good thing is at least has retractable prongs, because that's what I usually hate, if they have such a big power brick but not folding prongs, because that just make it very difficult to put it in a bag. So there's a 100-watt gain charger. Very nice, not very heavy, and it's flat, so I like it. It'll take less space instead of being a lot more bulky. Not so sure about the wires, kind of on the short side. Would expect at least 6 to 10 feet. This most likely look like a 3 feet one. No issue. Like, I mean, either replace. I have a few 100-watt cables that I can utilize. Nothing else. Excuse me. But the packaging looks really nice. Alright. Now to the main thing. This thing is definitely heavy. Don't have a scale with me, but it's chunky. It's small and chunky. So, oh, forgot to mention. So if you see on the back, it does have the kickstand that I also ordered with it. So it's a rubberized kickstand. Just basically attaches to on the back, and then you can put it like that. Yes. Pretty neat. So it does not have any extra bulk, and I believe this goes in front as well. Yeah, it will stick just to protect if you throw it in your bag. No, it will not. So I take that back. So it just only will stay on the back. Would I prefer something that can cover the screen as well? If you're spending throwing it in the bag. Or maybe some kind of folio that goes over this as well. So here's the console or player by itself. See, on the side you have vents for hot air. You got two USB-C on the left, Up top, you got the power button, the volume rocker, and the Oculink to connect their external video card. More vents, a turbo button, which I'll have to explore what exactly it does. I've seen some videos, but it didn't make much sense to me. On the right, you have another USB and a micro SD card, and then on this you have covers, which I like to keep it smooth and clean. This is where your controllers fit. So I like the idea that they did not just leave it open for the aesthetics. At least they covered this, but my concern would be about losing these if I'm not using them. Hopefully I remember to keep them enclosed. Let's see if I turn it on. It might be completely out of juice. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's not turning on at all. Oh, there he goes. Let's put this back on so you can see it goes like that. And let's get the controllers as well. Take this out. This out. So I figured I'd get this slide in from the top. Yeah. So they slide in from the top and then I'm kind of struggling with these. There we go. So it's not too bad actually, because here we are quite ergonomic. I would have preferred a little bigger pads on the controllers, but not too bad. See the weight. So we'll have to see in the longer sessions how long does it take to start feeling tired. Just setting up regular Windows stuff. All right. Just checking for updates. So one thing I'm noticing is, as you can see, there's quite a bit of flex on this one. I don't know if I have it correctly mounted. So there's a button on the back right here to remove these. So it's in there quite tight. So unlike Lenovo Go, it seems like it's quite much more effort and force. Yeah, there's quite a bit of play on the left side one. You can just see right one is much more solid connected. So we'll see how that as you can see causes an issue. This one's much better. So as you can see, they did decide to add a factory screen protector on top of it. So it's continuing on restart. I'll see if where it stops because I don't want to bore you guys for a 30-minute video when it's running for updates, just like it happened with Lenovo Go when it came out. It had multiple firmware updates and things that needed to be installed before it was ready to be played. So let's see if it actually shows up. This is definitely bothering me. It's not as snug. Alright guys, so I'm gonna stop the video here. I'm just gonna run through the Windows installation and setup. It's probably gonna take me some time, and I'm sure there are some updates that are released. So I'll do a follow-up video once it has got it started and running to show you how it looks like. Screen looks really nice, but we don't know until we run a game on it and see what the performance is. And I will compare it to my Lenovo Go, which I do not have with me right now. Give me a second, let me just bring it here. Alright, so here's Lenovo Go in comparison, which used to look huge compared to the ROG Li, but if you can see, it's a significantly big system because of the massive screen. Just looking at side by side, this has a more textured grip, which I prefer, whereas this is completely smooth. Weight wise, it doesn't seem to be too big of a difference, except for on this one, the weight seems to be all in the middle because of the screen, and these are very light. The controls are too light for that. And for Lenovo, as you know, they have similar concept that you can just remove this. But at least in Lenovo's case, once you remove these, you can actually use them by themselves, which you cannot do with, as you can see, this is the Lenovo one. And if I can get these off, which took me so here's the Lenovo one on the left, and on the right the X1 player, or OneXPlayer X1, whatever you call it. Similar design on the connections. Seems to have more poco pins on there instead of just 5 on the Lenovo. One extra button, and Lenovo has 2 extra buttons, and also a scroll wheel, which this one does not. Overall, this definitely seems to be a higher build quality. What I'm thinking, maybe, I don't know if that's really the case, because this one also has a battery in there. This one most likely does not, because the middle piece that fits in, I believe that one has the battery, because that's why they did these two not work separately. So that could be a reason, but overall I like the textured grip on this versus a smooth surface on these. Buttons seems to be higher quality on Lenovo as well. These are more plasticky. Same thing with here. This seems to be very loose compared to a higher quality rubber on this. But this is also for official until actually I use them. These triggers, they also have M1 and 2, which are lacking here. Not really sure if that really matters. I've never used these two buttons ever. The trigger seems to be fine. Alright guys, and that's a good comparison and unboxing of the OneXPlayer X1 Ultra with Ultra 155H processor, 32 gigs of RAM and 2 TB of storage. If you have any question, please feel free to put in the comments and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And I will do another comprehensive comparison between the two when I get some chance. Thank you and have a great day.